All right, today we're going to be dealing with special right triangles, which are, there's two types. We're just going to go over one type today, and that type is a 30, 60, 90 right triangle. So essentially what that means is one angle is 30 degrees, one angle is 60 degrees, and one angle is 90 degrees. And when that happens, we're able to figure out the measures of the sides without using a calculator. It's one of the two special right triangles we can do that. 45, 45, 90, which we'll learn next class is the other one. But why this is advantageous to us is we can find measures without having to use sine, cosine, tangent, and a calculator. But it only does work for these special right triangles. So in this case, if you're given a 30, a 60, and a 90 degree angle, the most important side is the one opposite 30. That's what we're going to base everything off of. We're going to call that x. And once we know that the side opposite 30, we can just multiply that side by root 3, and that gives us our side opposite 60. We can take this same side and double it, and that gives us our hypotenuse. So once we have the side opposite 30, we multiply it by root 3, and we get our side opposite 60. We double it, and we get our side opposite 90. So if I come down here to example 1, if you notice 10 is opposite 30. So to get the side opposite 60, I just multiply it by root 3. And to get the side opposite the 90 degree or the hypotenuse, I get 20. And based on our Pythagorean theorem lessons, just so you know, if you did 10 squared plus 10 root 3 squared, you would also get 20 squared. So the Pythagorean theorem would verify that. Now, sometimes we're not given the side opposite 30. Sometimes we're given the side opposite 60. Sometimes we're given the side opposite 90. We'll get to those in a few minutes. The other thing we need to be aware of is where the 30 and 60 are. It's all about being opposite 30. It does not matter where the 30 is. So in this case, the 4 is opposite 30. In this triangle, the 6 is opposite 30. But if you notice, the 30 can be up here or can be down here. It really doesn't matter. Once we know the side opposite 30, though, if I multiply by root 3, I get the side opposite 60. So it becomes 4 root 3 right here. The side opposite 30 here is 6, so the side opposite 60 is going to be 6 root 3. And then I double that side opposite 30 to get my hypotenuse. So if my side opposite 30 here is 4, my y is 8. Here, the side opposite 30 is on the side, it's 6. So when I double it, I get 12 for the hypotenuse. So you have to be aware of where the 30 and 60 are as well. Now, sometimes we're given the hypotenuse instead of the side opposite 30. When that happens, it's pretty simple. We're just going to divide the hypotenuse by 2, and that becomes my side opposite 30. Think about it. When you take the side opposite 30, you need to double it to get the hypotenuse. So if you have the hypotenuse, it should make sense that you take half of it to get the side opposite 30. And once we have the side opposite 30, we multiply it by root 3, and that gives us our side opposite 60. So x is equal to 7, as y is equal to 7 root 3. Once again, as in the notes right here, it's very important to find the side opposite 30 first. Let's take a look at another example of that. We have it up here, and if you notice the 60 and 30s get moved. But if I have a hypotenuse, the side opposite 30 is what's half of it. And that's what I'm going off of, the side opposite 30. It doesn't have to be down here, it doesn't have to be here. It has to be the side opposite 30. So when you have 24 as your hypotenuse and you take half of it, the x is going to be 12 and the y is going to be 12 root 3. Same deal here. The side opposite 30 is x in this case. Half of 18 is 9, and then 9 times root 3 for the side opposite y. Now the toughest question is we've given the side opposite 30 and the side opposite the hypotenuse. But what do you do when you have the side opposite 60? I'm going to give you the shortcut. You're going to divide by 3 and multiply by root 3. So when you're given the side opposite 60, once again, I want to find the side opposite 30 first, then I'll do the hypotenuse. If I'm given a side opposite 60, I'm going to divide it by 3 and then multiply it by root 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 4, and 4 root 3 is 4 root 3. And once I have my side opposite 30, I just double it to get my hypotenuse. 4 root 3 doubled is 8 root 3. And you can check it. 4 root 3 squared plus 12 squared will equal 8 root 3 squared. We have 2 more examples. We're given the 9 opposite 60 in this case here, as well as in this case here. And once again, I divide by 3, I multiply by root 3 to get my x. 9 divided by 3 is 3, 3 times root 3 is 3 root 3, and I double that to get my hypotenuse of 6 root 3. Same deal here, we divide by 3, we get 5 root 5, and we divide by root 3, so my x is 5 root 3, and then when I double it, whoops, sorry about that, when I double it, I get 10 root 3 right here. So hopefully this helps in terms of going over the notes and will help you with your assignment that's due for tomorrow. Okay.